God and business don't mix? Now that's an interesting question. Now I certainly understand if you hold the sentiment that they may not. That's largely what corporate America will tell you. It's probably what the government will tell you. That God just doesn't belong in business. In some cases, your pastor may even tell you that. Now I used to think that way too. I grew up going to church every Sunday, but I never knew God. I guess you could say I feared him. I never denied his existence, but I just didn't know him. I certainly didn't live for him. So in that time period, that spiritual condition, God wasn't part of any aspect of my life, much less my career or my work life. So if you'd have asked me in those days if God cared about business, well, I'd have looked at you pretty funny too, like God and business were those are just two totally different subjects. So when I did finally come to my faith in my late 20s, already well into my career, I knew I was making a decision about my Tuesday and not just my Sunday. And I was all in. Now, those of you who follow Jesus know that he'll often give you key scriptures that help you navigate a season. For me, in those early days of my faith, those scriptures were, love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your strength, and all of your mind. And you can find that in the Old Testament in Deuteronomy 6:5, but also in the red letters in the New Testament in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But another verse he gave me back then that really resonated was, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for men, in Colossians 3:23. Now, I grew up in my career as a systems engineer, and I'm still very much a top-down, systems-oriented thinker. So just from those two scriptures, it was clear to me that God wanted my whole life, not just an hour or two at church on Sunday. It doesn't say whatever ministry you do, or when you go to church, or whatever you do on Sunday, do it as working for the Lord. It says whatever you do. And so in a general sense, since we spend exponentially more hours at work every week than we do in church or church ministry, then it's clear that our work life, our career, business, those are very important components of the things we're supposed to be doing as working unto the Lord. And because that's the way my brain's wired, that was good enough for me as I started my faith journey. In other words, I knew right up front that God wanted me to include him in my business and my work life. Now, if that's not doing it for you, and you're still stumbling with this one, well, I'll follow up with a blog post on some more specific scriptural examples of God either engaging in or instructing us on our business, our career, and our work life, that sort of thing. You can enter your email on the website at workasinheaven.com to subscribe to our mailing list, and then we'll deliver this and other future blog posts right to your inbox, so you won't miss a single one. Or you can subscribe here on YouTube and watch for the next video. I'll talk a little bit more about the resources that can help you if you're still wrestling with this topic. In the meantime, if you're trying to pursue your career or to do business without God, I pray today is the day that you'd invite him into it and see what amazing things he wants to do with you and through you.